And we're live.
Excellent. Hello, world. This is the Pod Layer Proof of Concept demo team, and it is our first broadcast in the new year doing what we do, which is tracking the Mojo phenomenon and documenting the methodology we use to do so. We're going to have a normal 3-act structure. Act 1, basics. Act 2, intermediate. Act 3, advanced. On the basics, we show the language we use to note the physiological that humans do and relating them to actual samples. For that, we'd like to do collaging. Today it's...
We are following the TV show timeline 2000 to 2004, and today we're going to start off with the soup.
Sweet. All right, then Act 2, that is the main proof of concept portion. The intermediate portion, which is the weekly quiz. The team had a week to go over 5 to 10 samples under blind test conditions, and now we're going to get together and see what the cohesion of accuracy is. The samples that are most challenging we'll spend some time on. This was a toughie. I'll just tell you guys right now, this is a toughie.
I could tell that this would be a difficult.
There were very few samples I had an easy time with.
So that these samples came from 011, and next week they'll be coming from Charlene. And then for Act 3, it is going to be a live read where you can see the team doing an actual reading in real time, and the back and forth they have as far as questions and comments is the same kind of dialogue that a reader would have in their own mind if they were alone, and even when they're in a group with other people. And the sample today did not come from 011. I don't think he gave one for the live read, so I picked one. It is Zoella, a well-known vlogger. All right, instructions, and we're going. I am Nai Ji Coach.
I am Jaini Jailin.
I'm Zaini Ademus. I'm Naiji Mitchell.
I'm Naiji Ben.
This is Naiji Glenn.
I'm Nijai Bruno.
Sweet, Charlene, take it away.
Okay, awesome. So I will screen share the TV show timeline with you guys. All right, so we are starting off with the soup. Continuing on our journey of the TV show timeline from 2000 to 2004, we're going to go through the show descriptions and the characters and the shows and the mojo of the actors that play those characters, and we'll go round robin, starting off with Coach, and for our first turn, calling out an actor and what their mojo is. We'll say a cue for that mojo, and then any time a new gender mojo appears, we'll also call out cues. So with no further ado, Coach, take it away.
Here we go. The Soup, an Emmy-winning show hosted by comedian Joel McHale, deals with a wickedly funny, fast-paced parts of the most titillating and at times tasteless segments on talk TV. Starting with The Tonight Show to others, the show covers the gamut.
Naizi Joe McHale. Okay, so Naizi Joe McHale. Let's see. He is logic-based because Z is his primary discernment power, which means that he has a lot of neutralizing of his emotive expression is a natural state for him. And you see here on the right-hand side, he has a little bit of a smile going on here, but for the most part, that the sheer or still cheeks, that's really what's causing momentum here with his power of Z, that logic-based power, and neutralizing that emotive expression. Here on the right-hand side, his Jai, which is his second discernment power, which is radiating from the mouth area.
Leave a little bit for other people on Nice.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, anyway, so he's logic-based, which means that neutralizing of his motive expression is going to be momentum, and you see that by the sheer cheeks here, and the emotive expression does not come above the midline. Okay, and with that being said, we are at the end of 2000 through 2004, so we're actually going into a new TV show timeline. We're going to break into a new one.
That's appropriate. First session of the new year.
It is. 2005.
2005.
9, I know. We're getting.
That's like 11 years ago or something.
Yeah. No. Nice.
Now getting to the last 10 years.
Yep. Some recent stuff. Okay. Let this close up. All right.
Extras. Andy Andy Millman is an actor with ambition and a script. Reduced to working as an extra with a useless agent, Andy attempts to boost his career invariably end in failure. Andy's attempts to boost his career invariably end in failure and embarrassment.
Ends, not ends. But
Yeah.
anyway, all right, Naiji Rahi Jarvez. So as a Naiji, he's actually Nai Alpha, like Vajayla is pointing out, but values based. He's going to have the emotive expression will be going readily up the face, above the midline, into the cheeks, but not into the eye area. Just like with the Nai Z, it's going to have a cagey bifield look to it, and the eyes are going to be piercing and cunning and syncopated.
Nice.
Not going to be, they are.
Nizai Ashley Jensen. One thing you can see in the picture on the left is that she is doing a G-aware smile, although that is a fairly prominent smile. You can see quite a bit of emoting. It only goes up to the midline of the face as opposed to up into the cheeks or up into the eyes like you'd see with values-based mojos. But on the right, she isn't really activating her G nearly as much. So you can see much more easily the Zai cooling that's in the cheeks and really everywhere below the brim line of her face. And in both pictures, you can see, very easily see the neat dancing eyes since that's her source power.
Nice.
So yeah.
Ziny Stefan Merchant. Ziny have Zai as their source power, and so that gives them an unflappable quality that is contiguous throughout their entire face, all the way up to the brow line. Yeah, it also prevents their emoting from going up past their lip line, and yeah, I'll leave it at that.
Nice.
Nijai Sean Williamson. As a Nijai, he has Jai underwear emoting, and so on the left here you see him sort of attempting a smile, sort of like a say cheese kind of smile, but he's not really getting it, so it seems a little bit awkward. On the right, you see more of like a genuine sort of smile that it seems like he's resonating warmly with whatever's going on. And in the eyes, you see they're pretty much identical, give or take a little bit of movement on both pictures.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, for Jai mojos, it can be harder to pose for a picture, like smile, like a pose smile. It's a tougher feat.
Exactly. All right. Rome, a down-to-earth account of the lives of both the illustrious and ordinary Romans set in the last days of the Roman Republic. In this British historical drama, the turbulent transition from Roman Republic to autocratic empire, which changed world history through civil war and wars of conquest, is sketched both from the aristocratic viewpoint of Julius Caesar, his family, his adopted successor Octavian Augustus, and their political allies and adversaries, and from the politically naive viewpoint of a few ordinary Romans, notably the soldiers Lucius Varenus and Titus Pullo and their families.
Cool names.
Those two dudes actually existed.
For real.
So
Nice.
you wonder, like, back in the day, were those considered swaggery names? Because they sound swagger, don't they, Glenn? I wonder if back in the day it was like, oh, that's just like John. It's like,
Yeah, another Titus.
Another Titus.
Another Lucius thing. Nizy Kevin McKidd as Lucius Varenus.
Nizy Ray Stevenson as Titus Pullo. Now, actually, no, I haven't gone yet. So the Nizy have Jai as their values-based power. So as you can see on the right, there is energy coming from the lower lip. So you can see that the lower lip kind of hangs as he's resonating. This gives off an unaware resonating quality. On the left, you can also see that he's doing that too, but he's also posing for a picture. So this still has kind of the more unaware quality, but you can still like use Z to like pose. But since it's unaware, then it has this more, I don't know how to explain it, but more kind of procedural quality rather than like a measured smile that you would get with G. You can also see here that the emoting doesn't really go past the cheeks. Doesn't go past the midline because he's logic based.
I'm just thinking of people who always look like really serious when like when a picture is taken. I wonder how many of them like are possibly like Zmojos or something. I don't know.
I don't know, but probably some. Yeah.
Not 1-to-1, obviously, but
Oh yeah. I'm just like general correlation.
No, I agree. I think there's probably something to that.
I get told that a lot. Like, you need to smile more for pictures, but
yeah. I don't know. I'm sure it varies based on other things too, but
right, exactly.
Yeah,
I mean, my brother tells me that a lot. And he's a new guy, so.
Oh, I think Mitchell's up.
Yeah, I was just waiting to the moment. Finish what we were saying. Nizai Polly Walker. I think we've done Nizai.
Jani Kerry Kandan. Jani have Jai as their source power. And you can see that it has a lot. You can see the emotional tone that goes in, of poignancy that goes into the eyes. It has a very unaware quality. It's not like G that's like aware of how it's connecting to its audience. You can also see the knee and the eyes as well beneath the Jai. It gives off a dancing eye quality. However, it's not as strong of a signal as, say, Denise's eye I talked about earlier because it's her tandem power. So, yeah. I never know when to stop something like, so, yeah.
End it strong, so, yeah.
All right, this is Jinai James Purefoy. I think Jinai are new, right?
That are new.
Okay, so Jinai, they're the inspirational other to the Jini, which was just read previously by Ben. And so they don't share any of the same powers. You can see here with James that his emoting, he has an emotional tone that goes all the way throughout his entire face. Same thing, but it's a carrying signal, and even though he's not necessarily smiling big in either of the pictures, you can still see that his face is very sensitive to the G, which goes up very quickly and easily on his face. It's very different for other mojos where, like the Nizai, for example, where theirs will actually stop emoting up to the midline point. With the Jinai, it goes all the way up.
Nijai Ian McNeese.
This is Vijay Coral Amiga. Okay, the Vijay is a gatherer. So as a gatherer, she's going to have two of the classic traits to go with it, which is the eyes that pop out. Oh, true, but I think I'm feel better about her now. Anyway, the eyes pop out, and they have the laser quality, that clear camera lens type quality. Just me, the one on the left, she gives a little riff of Kim Kardashian.
A little.
I see that, yeah.
Naiji Lindsay Duncan, a Sevilla de Juni. Yes, as you can see here, she has her eyes have a very cunning quality that comes from the Nai. In particular, she plays very devious characters on the shows, but very cunning ones, also very savvy, strong-willed. Yeah. But you'll see the Nai, so the cunning eyes, and here you see a little bit as she's smiling here, the Ji, the awareness, even looking away from the camera, she's still aware that there's an audience, and so she is signaling emotively, to the audience, even though she's not directly looking at the camera.
You can see a little bit of a V in the picture on the right too. It's interesting because the Nai gives it a detachment, but it still looks like wow kind of.
Yeah,
interesting.
because it's the laser clear-eyed quality.
Nizi Tobias Menzies.
Nicey Nicholas Woodison.
Naiji in
Actually,
Bar.
That's outdated.
That's updated.
Tiny.
Ziny.
Ziny.
Oh, nice, Ziny.
Let's see if I can find another Ziny around here.
Just
That's
search
perfect.
Ziny. No.
Yeah, I just need to go back up there.
And then search in Dirabang. Stephen Rich.
I thought she was Pure Fighter Jai V.
No.
Okay.
There were other ones who made a Jivey, but no, she's Ziny.
Yeah, I remember there were some. The old lower tower. Yeah, I could see some.
She was originally read as Ziny, but I had
Yeah.
to freak out. Like,
She looks like Ziny.
I even noticed that.
Okay, so this is new then. Ziny have G as their polar power, and you can see that goes up to the lip line. And although it is a strong signal, it is not going into the cheeks like say an IG. And then they have knee dancing eyes, and that's beneath the Xi unflappable signal you'll see going throughout her entire face. And that knee dancing eyes signal will be, it won't be source, but it'll still be quite strong, be stronger than the Vi in the eyes, which gives off a rather pinch signal. And yeah.
Nice.
Oh, it's my turn. Jaini David Bomber. Jaini is new, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So Jaini have Vi, and so you can see a little bit in both pictures, but maybe a little bit more in the one on the right, I think. I'm not sure, but I think that you can see that there's a little bit of a pinched quality in the eyes, and that comes from his minor modulation power of Vi, which has a concerned look to it. Although the knee is higher up, it is tandem, and it is the main perception that David Bomber uses.
Yeah, he plays those gravitas roles a lot. So
Very a theatrical style. Like,
they tend to have more vibe, more gravitas that way. It reminds me a little bit of that way Tom Wilkinson.
mm-hmm.
Neat stronger, but he has a lot of vibe gravitas.
Was that you, Glenn?
Yeah.
Okay. Nijai Chiara Mastali.
You try female is new.
Is it new? Okay. So, just as with the Nijai male, you'll see Jai resonating as the tandem power. You can see that pretty clearly in both pictures, with a lot of Z sort of tamping it down. But in both pictures, the knee is the thing that's most noticeable. This active drinking in diffuse quality, sort of like the opposite of the camera lens, sharp focus, and then it's even more noticeable, I suppose, in motion. But in pictures, you can tell that there's a fogginess to the way that she looks out into the world.
Nice.
What's that?
Yeah, I said yeah, kind of dreamier.
Yep, exactly.
Nizi Max Perkis.
Nijai Lee Boardman.
Jinai Sierran Hins.
It's Kieran
Karen
Hines. Yeah.
Karen Hines. Okay.
Oh, yeah,
That
he's
sounds
from
pretty
Game of
good.
Thrones too.
Mm-hmm. Those Irish names.
We'll do this one, and we'll go pause after this one.
All right, digging for the truth. Digging for the Truth is a History Channel television series. The first 3 seasons of the show focused on host Josh Bernstein, who journeyed on various explorations of historical icons and mysteries. Bernstein is the president and CEO of BOSS, Boulder Outdoor Survival School, and has a degree in anthropology and psychology from Cornell University. Each episode typically dealt with an event or subject in history that is not completely understood by modern historians. As such, many of the topics covered are controversial in some respect. Josh Bernstein usually mentioned the various theories that exist in the subject, although the episode may not actually have explored all of them. He then traveled to various locations to ask questions of researchers, and he often put himself into situations working in a quarry, climbing, in situations, e.g., working in a quarry, climbing a rock face, that stimulated the activities of people in the time period he explored. Stimulated. Almost all of the researchers he talked to were professionals in subject at hand, and many of the places he visited, for example the inside of a pyramid, are not open to the general public. At the end of each episode, Josh pulled together everything discussed in the episode to either formulate a hypothesis of what actually happened historically, or to conclude that what really happened remains a mystery.
Ben, I know you're up next, but I'm going to have to give this to Jilene.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I guess
You see, he's one of her favorite Genii.
I guess it's not necessary, but I will take it. Okay, Genii, Josh Bernstein.
That
as
seems
a host.
right.
He rocks.
Swagma feels that was appropriate.
All
All right,
That's cool.
we'll pause here. We'll go to Act 2.
Okay.
John, I know, I was really upset when he stopped.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with it. It was an awesome show.
It was really cool. It was him with Zahi Hawass. It was like Nez Pilot action.
Yeah. Going into the temple.
I know.
Egypt. That's cool.
Okay, so we're now going to Act 2, which is the intermediate portion, the quiz. Jilene, take it away.
The quiz. The quiz this week came from 011. And so I'll start off with you, Bruno. First requisite one is Nick Wexler, actor in shows like Revenge and Jack Porter. What'd you guess for him, Bruno?
I just want to disclaim that I only had like a few minutes, literally, to look at it, so I just went through pictures. But I guess Jilene on him.
This is Nick Wechsler?
Nick Wexler, yes.
Yeah, I said G9 for him.
Okay. How about
I said Genii.
I could see that. I said nice G.
Genii.
I said Genii as well.
He is Genii.
Next one, Ray Santiago, actor in the movie Ash vs. Evil Dead, and Pablo. What'd you guess for him, Bruno?
I guess Jilene.
Yeah, I said Shiny too.
I said Genii too.
I said Nisha.
I said Naiji.
I said Jaini.
Jilene.
Awesome.
Cool.
Cool. Next up, Anna Finninger, a ski racer. What'd you guess for her, Bruno?
I guess Zvi.
I said Vizai.
I said Naiji.
I said Naiji too.
I said Vizai.
I went with Bizai.
She was tough. She was tough. I believe, Bruno, you got it. Zvi.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Okay, so
Nice.
she's directives.
Naiji is like the almost three.
All
She
right.
reminded me of some of those soccer players. Some of those female soccer
Yeah, I can
players.
see that.
He also Danica Patrick.
Yeah, because I went with the Lindsey Vaughn on her.
Yeah, same here. But she is an odd prac, so that's interesting.
Yeah.
No, you guys were dialed in on that one, actually. It was just probably
Too
not
bad we don't
expected.
get credit for it.
No, sorry.
Yeah, it's alright though.
That's okay.
This isn't
Can't win
horseshoes.
them all.
This is not horseshoes.
Natalie Tran is the last of the requisites. She's a YouTuber for the community channel. What very funny lady. What did you say, Bruno, for her?
I said Vijay.
She's an interesting one. I was noticing ad serb, but I went with Nizai.
I guess Zaini, but I was pretty confused on it.
I said Nizi, but I'm not confident.
I said Naiji.
I said Naiji, but I wasn't sure about her.
She, I think, was probably the toughie of the bunch. But I believe she's a Zenai.
Ooh.
I considered that for a
That's
really
very
long
good.
time.
Because she has very slight.
No,
you know,
no.
like-
If you look at her pictures, no, she's got a pretty classic Zenai face. Her hands are long, and she's crazy
Yeah.
funny.
Did any of you see like the presentation she gave on like something about making fun of Asians or something like that?
Yeah.
Like the way she was delivering is like this kind of feels Xenai, but
Oh
Yeah,
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 it was pretty kind of sassy. It was kind of like,
yeah.
It's sitcoms, a lot of Derserb ladies. And we knew the nice Z ladies, but stand-up comedy kind of stuff, there's quite a few Z as well.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool. I never.
That is. All right. So into optional land. First one is Mark Cerny, PS4 lead architect. What'd you guess for him, Bruno?
I guess Naiji.
Yeah, I guess Naiji. Those hands look wizard to me.
I guess the Ziny, but I don't know, wasn't confident.
I said Nishai.
I said Ziny.
I went with Naiji.
Naiji, that's his eye.
Oh man, doing terrible.
All right. Next up, Donna Eyre, an actress, British actress. What'd you say for her, Bruno?
I guess G9.
I said Zaini.
What'd you
Oh,
say?
sorry, I said Naiji.
I said Zaini.
I said Ziny.
I went with Jaivi on her.
Zaini.
Ziny. Okay. And those. Okay. Alice Henley, actress, played Lydia Drusilla in Rome. What'd you guess for her, Bruno?
Nizai.
Yeah, I was seeing Christina Ricci, so I said Nizai.
I said Ziny.
With Nizai.
Nizai.
I went with Misa on her.
Nizai it is.
Okay. Last one, Jim Keller, microprocessor engineer. What'd you guess for him, Bruno?
Nijai.
Yeah, I wanted to say Nijai, but I said Nizai.
Yeah, it was tough. There was lack of knee on him too. I said Nijai.
Yeah, I said Nishai. Kind of.
I passed on him.
Yeah, I passed. He didn't have a lot of media.
I think you got him, Glenn, though. I believe it's Nizai.
Oh, snap. Cool.
Yeah, Tens didn't look so Gumby, like in
No.
more.
Maybe. But don't Nizai have.
Yeah, Nizai.
Well, but Misa is still. I guess they're more
Actually, in the past we've said
It looks like Gumby Spider.
Gumby Spider.
Less Franzi.
Yeah.
I said we take a look at him though. His mouth did look a little bit funny to me.
We've used the term cool Gumby in the past too.
Yeah.
That is official.
But Nizai have more spidery Gumby and
Yeah.
Nishai have more Franzi
All right,
Gumby.
so
But yeah, but
probably-
then exactly, they are going. They have the crispness of the spider.
probably take a look at Anna Finninger.
Her and also Natalie Tran
Natalie
for sure.
Yeah, let's look at Natalie.
The Z Alpha for sure.
I mean, I knew it was Z, but I just didn't. I couldn't get Z9.
Yeah, it's tricky.
It's very fun.
Okay. And the Anna Finninger was a tougher read, I think, in general, just because there were no. I don't think
Not a
I
lot
saw an English interview in the bunch.
Yeah, not English interview, and
So-
also we don't have a lot of samples of this kind of variety. So I'll
What
just.
is our protocol, just while we're here, in terms of whether we accept samples that only have foreign interviews, like as a
I
requisite?
think it's okay.
It's okay.
No. I actually have to make a statement on this. There were a handful of these that actually should have been optional, not
Okay.
requisite. In a case where like there's only vlog footage or there's only foreign footage, they should be optional.
I agree with that.
Technically, it counts, but it should not be requisite.
Okay,
I
thank
agree
you.
with that.
Good.
And also like only having low quality videos or just not having enough videos that are like have 2 minutes of footage, I think is also really important.
Yes, this time around, let's try to have everyone follow the new protocol as far as how to list the quiz and show that Jylon will be going first, then Ademus, then Mitchell, then Ben, so on. You guys lead by example, and then as it gets more into people who don't interact directly like we do, they'll have a set to go after, and everyone should kind of follow that. It should be pretty straightforward.
Cool.
But going forward, I think the next series will be a little more firm on whether or not people are given the proper media. So we'll put a good example going forward this session, and try to get everyone to do that. So for me,
I need to go grab the link.
okay.
Actually, the YouTube is working for me, so I'll let you know if I need the link.
Oh, all right.
Okay, so with
Een existerende stadtak
what I think, well, actually, no, cool. Actually, Bruno, you got this, didn't you?
The ski racer.
Yeah.
Anna Fininger. Yeah, I got her.
Perfect. So you can take lead. I'll just say this about her. What helped me was the soccer player, Ziva, I believe, as Bruno mentioned, and then also in particular as far as riffs. She reminded me of a directive Rachel Nichols, Knee Shy from Continuum. Looked kind of like her, except the emoji didn't go above the midline. And the other one is she gave me a bit of Danica Patrick, the race car driver. Okay, Bruno, take it away.
Wieder im Gespräch, was kann man verbessern?
Well, like I said, I didn't have much time today, so I literally just looked at everyone's pictures for about 10 seconds, and I did about as well as I normally do, which is about a 50%.
Dann fangen wir vielleicht gleich mal an mit dem Sportlichen.
Yeah, it's exactly what Coach said. I got this vibe of like same powers as a Nijai, clearly objective, but also clearly not a Nijai, at least.
Yeah, I did actually consider maybe she might be a Nijai, but I'm like, oh, but she looks directive, and so I didn't really think of her correct.
Betreuer, der zu 100% weiß, was ist gut für mich, weil
I was thinking something's tricky as well, but the Danica Patrick thing helped me. Is she has good game, and I think her background, as far as cultural conditioning, kind of I think may soften the Zibai energy in ways that we weren't expecting. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Which is why I think they maybe thought that she was like values-based or that she was subjective. She talks rather controlledly. She doesn't really throw her energy around like we see a lot of pilots doing.
Yeah, I can see it a lot more clearly now. It does seem like she's a Zibai who's kind of, has a good amount of like Jai development and stuff.
Yeah. You see the
It's a bit more kind of held and controlled and.
Yeah, I can totally see how she's a directive now a lot more. The tensioning in the joints and stuff, the shoulders, hand gesturing, and all that.
And for those who are thinking of, say, Naiji or whatever, like the frontalness of her face, it doesn't really go away much.
Yeah, I was thinking Visai.
Yeah. Same here. The mouth, the smile she has looks almost sharky, but it's actually like it's localized in just the mouth area. It's interesting. She has like almost like a G kind of looking smile, but it's shy. It's unaware. It's the bottom lip that pops out first.
Yeah.
Well, I think one thing you might be noticing is something we've mentioned before, actually with Z Alpha, particularly say Zenai in leadership roles, face roles, politics, and so forth, is that although they actually don't have G aware emoting, they do actually have Z, which is very aware of engagements.
Yeah.
And so Z Alpha, I didn't even really do it, but Z Alpha can often use their Jai in a more gregarious way, ironically, than Jai Mojos do. They kind of are naturally engaging with people, and they kind of use their Jai to be warm with it as they do so.
Like ambassadors, right?
Ambassadors, but she's comfortable being out. Like her face is not really movable. You know the energy that kind of comes from the other person? You'll see other mojos, for example, say hunters, compared to pilots, their face almost kind of like moves around the energy a little bit, like it bothers them a bit. Whereas she doesn't. She kind of puts her face like in the storm, in the rain. She likes it there.
Yeah, and you can see a very strong anvil too.
Yeah.
And the pilot face, cool pilot helmet of bracing.
Yeah, the soccer players really helped me because she's kind of that similar kind of riff to them.
Oh, yeah.
And when they interview, like when they're in the field, they're like terrorists, but when they're actually interviewed, they're like they go with this real like classy, good sportsmanship kind of it, which is great, you know what I mean? But it's you know what I mean? We talk about how like entertainers oftentimes their interviews and their performances are very different, but also with like peak athletes, same thing. Sometimes their interviews and how they are in their field of choice are very, very different. But she
also,
does very well, very professional.
There's another little thing that I've noticed is that Zibai and Vizi, I think they like to do race car driving and stuff like that, which is in skiing is kind of similar.
And the luge, if you guys saw the last purification, there was those two luge Olympic champions that were also into being Zibai. So yeah, interesting. Alrighty, do you want to go on? Go ahead.
So
No, go ahead. You were saying.
a lot of like the people that do like really fast sports are shades of Vizi, Zivi, and Jaini. And obviously there's some Naiji in there as well in the top, but
I
there's a
wonder
lot
if
of
it's
that
speed.
shade.
I wonder if it's speed, or although they may be related, I wonder if it's actually the use of equipment to have speed.
Yeah, I'm
Right.
thinking
The
Right,
luge,
right.
the
That's
car,
what I mean.
the
Yes, exactly.
because it's kind of like it's a form of technology.
It is like a kind
It
of vehicle.
is.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean,
Practical
it's
kind of
not
technology.
like super advanced technology, but it's
But yeah, yes,
Practical technology, you know, like
yeah.
for sure. Let's,
Natalie Tran.
yeah, definitely.
man, Natalie Tran.
Yeah, actually, when she kind of looked for it, she's pretty Xenai is pretty obvious. The two things I found challenging was she is so funny. Not that Xenai are funny, but she's like really, 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 really funny, and uses a lot of Nai to kind of be clever with it. And then the other thing is her hands are a little longish for Xenai, but they actually are, I believe, choppy hands, or the cool builder hands. But for me, I know a couple people actually thought Nai Z was the one I was between with her. I was actually
I was comparing to the other, like, Nizy vloggers, but like I wasn't really seeing the fit, but like I just couldn't see her as anything else. So I
Yeah.
considered the other Nez Alpha, and I didn't really even consider Z9. She just like seemed kind of too, I don't know, slight to me or something like that.
She did look
Sorry, Nina. You were saying?
Oh, I was saying she did look discernment lead too, which is for a while I was tempted to make her Xione, but it's like I didn't see Xi, I saw Zhai, so yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to make her shy for a while, but her eyes looked more like had V in them, and so I was.
Yeah, and laser.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's the one thing that makes me seem cool. I live far away and keeps you, I guess.
So for those who are thinking, I know maybe Niger, so it may have been her comedy that was hitting you, but that lower lip is just energized over the upper lip all the time, constantly. If you look for it like now,
Her humor is so deadpan.
yes.
Yeah, it is. I was thinking Ni Zai.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess Xione, so I got Zinez. But I don't know. I was having trouble with the directive adaptive aspects.
Yeah, this delivery right here, that actually looks really Xenai. And
Yeah,
when I
yeah.
saw it, like, that actually shook me from Naiz for a while. I was like, holy crap, is this Xenai?
Yeah.
but I ended up switching back. Yeah,
I really
all
wanted
of a
to
sudden-
say-
all of a sudden the choppy hands are super clear.
Yeah.
They are. I really wanted to say Nai Z, but I was like, there's something about the eyes that don't look hooded. There's something about the way that they look. Then I went with Nizai because I noticed that she was funny. I was like thinking Ni and G kind of thing, but it was very interesting. I never felt completely comfortable with either option, either of the Nizez.
She scored fine.
Yeah. It's very funny.
You could say you used to be like you were a creator and consumer, and now you're
I
part of
think that interviewer person is a Nizy, isn't she?
She does look like it's highly possible. I need a better look at her, but
I mean, I've seen her in the Rosetta Stone. I just forget her name.
there's a good chance. Yeah, probably is, but what I saw here, I thought subserve. I think we should also watch another interview. They said she's a pilot.
Wait, you said you thought Subsurf?
Face on. No. I'm saying that this person interviewing her.
Oh, the person.
We're
Okay,
gonna ask
my
her what
bad.
she
I was
was.
confused.
I didn't remember that apparently, but apparently I had. But just now when he asked me, I was like, well, she looks like a subserve, and apparently he's
Okay.
saying I read her as an IZ.
That makes sense.
Yeah, she looked like a Nai Z to me too.
Oh yeah, Sarah Silverman. Yeah, that voice.
Maybe we should watch a funny one a little bit.
Yeah, I'm saying that's fine. As long as it's face on, I think the face on will help as well, particularly since she's a pilot.
All right.
Sure.
See this one.
Oh, Shira Lazar is the interviewer's name. Margaret Cho is one. She's not very similar physically, and it maybe not even game style, but she's the one Xenai Asian comedian that I can think of.
There's actually another female Asian comedian that she reminded me of that I actually got a riff off of her, but I assumed that riff meant Durserb and not specifically Xena. I'm trying to find her name. I can't remember her name offhand.
Ademus, on the riffing on that one is she reminded me, was it Amy Okudo from the Guild?
Isn't she an IZ?
Yes, I'm saying that's when I was going between Z9 and IZ.
Oh, yeah.
But then when I compared, I'm like, no, I think there is a difference.
What
He's
are you
very
doing
funny.
for Hey, Nat, I haven't spoken to you in so long. I'm actually out of town. I'm with my family. Hey, Nat,
She's
what's up?
really funny.
What's the news? Oh, I'm just having a few friends over. It's just something really
nice.
small. Yeah, yeah. I don't have any plans. It's not going to happen, is it? Yeah, no. Hello? Hey, Mom.
With the glasses on, she looks a little bit like Chrissy Teigen, who's a Vijay, the shade of Z9.
My friends, I'll come hang out with you in New Year's. Mom, you know what?
Are we good in here then?
I can't always talk to you.
We want to review another one?
Stuff to do.
What about
The last guy, I think the one that we did, the Nizai male, Jim Keller. I was hoping maybe we could take a second look at him if that was okay.
we could, but I don't know if a lot of people guessed on him. I think
a couple. Well, how many people did?
who guessed on Jim Keller?
I did.
Yeah, I did too.
Okay, cool. Let's go do the thing.
I know, like it might have been like half and half or something. I don't know.
I think the only people who passed were me and Jilene.
Okay, then it was majority. Okay. I could see Nizai. That would probably be my second guess, or that would have been my second guess if I could make second guesses.
The mouth area in particular is kind of a little bit interesting to me. I was wondering maybe if that was an aware slack jaw mouth or.
He has an underbite,
Yeah, that's
naturally.
Oh yeah.
So just
Okay.
frame.
An underbite. Okay.
Like the guy with the plumber, what's the Jim? But I don't know what mojo.
Sure. But I know one who has this slight thing is what's his name? Regan. Something Regan, the comedian, stand-up comedian, something last name Regan, has that kind of like funny underbite mouth as well a bit.
Brian Regan.
Brian Regan. This guy's a bit more pronounced, but.
All right, Brian Regan. Oh, this guy. Okay. Yes, I see that.
So what does that make it look more like Jai when it's maybe not?
Yeah, I think so. Because the underbite pulls the lower jaw in, and that can make it look like it's emphasized in the lower lip, and then also it tends to make for a slightly awkward way the mouth moves, and that awkwardness might look like Jai. He has this awkwardness to his lower lip, Brian Regan. But that's in his eye.
Right. Okay. That was the only thing about his case that was bugging me. Other than that, he has a lot of strong directive power use, I think. Yang gesturing looks pretty.
He looks like he's used to explaining himself being a teacher or something.
Yeah.
Well, he's a project leader, so
Sure, yeah.
leading teams and having to explain what people need to do and
He's
stuff.
got that hard Gumby we were talking about, or fire Gumby.
Cool Gumby. Yeah.
Cool Gumby. Yeah.
Well, we mentioned Spar Gumby too. That was a term that was mentioned.
Yeah, I think that's a good one actually.
Yeah.
In terms of the overall effort, so much left.
Okay. Then let's move on to the live read. Advanced portion, and we're going to be doing the vlogger Zoella. Good luck, team.
Oh, I love Zoella. She's so cool.
I think I'm not sure if I've seen her before. I don't know. I guess I'll know.
All right, Zoella. I see. Let's see. Zoella. She is a vlogger. And let me see if there's interviews.
Yeah, she looks kind of.
Because a lot of like really popular vloggers and YouTubers, like you'll have watched at one point, but you don't like remember or something.
Yeah, like just seen like a clip of them or something.
Yes.
Let's see
A
if-
video someone sent you.
I'm gonna load this one up. Let's see.
Thing about having your own beauty range. I think
Is this Soella Coach?
I think that one probably.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Okay.
So it could be anything, any colour, any scent. I think that's.
She's a makeup blogger, Soella.
I like the lip balm. What's your favourite product from the range?
Yeah, looking at her pictures, looks like she's doing a lot of like beauty sort of things. Like she does like a braid.
Well, these eyes look super bright.
Yeah, I agree.
Eyes do look super bright.
What's your all-time favourite makeup look?
Yeah, they do look very bright.
Bright too.
I really like a red lip or a berry lip actually.
Neither Zoe Sugg.
Okay. What's it like having your puppy Nala around?
Yeah, she's a fashion and beauty vlogger, YouTuber, and author.
Quite excited to see. She's running around in the background. Because she's only 10 months old, she does require a lot of attention. But I love her a lot, and it was really strange to do it. Like, that look excited. You call her the bullet, because she's so quick, and wherever you are, she wants to be with you, but it is so lovely. It's like having a little friend. What advice would you give to someone who's thinking? Getting a puppy. Say the biggest advice is going to puppy classes because you learn so much. And the trainers are great, and it's a really good way of being around other people who also just got puppies. It's quite a shock to the system, and it's just so much fun for her to interact with other puppies. Yeah, I think that would be my main piece of advice. Go to puppy classes. What's your favourite place to shop for nice?
Is anyone getting any riff stuff? Anyone particularly for her?
Kinda, but like I'm not sure how certain I am that she is the mojo of what she is reminding me of.
Right.
Yeah, not giving me any particular riff that I'm confident with at this point.
Brother's a vlogger too.
I'm getting a little bit of like Frankie Sanford.
What is Frankie
What's your
Sanford?
favourite movie?
She's a Vijay.
Okay, let me see. Frankie.
A little bit, although Frankie has a little bit more of an angular kind of face, sharper features.
Now, I think there's something to you. It's about your vlogging. Oh yeah. Why did you first start vlogging?
I don't know if I'm making that connection.
I don't know, it was a vague one for me.
I mean, she has
From the
very,
pictures?
very bright eyes.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
like the most prominent cue I'm seeing.
From the pictures, I'm thinking more of Lee's eye. Oh, actually,
Yeah.
okay, so I remember.
Yeah, that's.
I'm considering that too. Considering, I'm not sure.
Now I remember.
These eyes well, yeah.
It reminds me of. It's someone else that's unread. But I've always suspected she's a Nizai, and this person is called Nutarella.
What's our sample's name again?
Zoella?
Zoella?
Actually, the first mojo that I got of her was Nizai. And then you guys said Vijay, and I was like, yeah, maybe Vijay makes more sense. Because she does fashion. But it's interesting.
Well, no, Niza are pretty, like, to do solid channels like that too.
Yeah,
I
it's
just
interesting.
pasted
Yeah, there are a lot
link
of like
to,
ad serves and blogging and stuff.
Yeah, and
I just
particularly about
pasted a
fashion and
link
beauty.
to pictures of Nutarella, and I think they may even work together sometimes. The two of them.
I think it's helpful to be doing riffs of mojos that aren't read,
Okay.
because then I'll have to come in and read the person.
Nutarella or Nutella? I don't know.
11 until.
But it's a moot point because she hasn't been read yet.
This she's also interestingly. I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean anything, but she's like a novelist too, apparently.
Yeah, novelist.
She's written books.
It does count a little bit.
I mean,
I see what you're
doesn't
saying.
mean what emoji she is. I've actually seen both Vijay and Nizai do that.
I'm thinking that because she's talking to a small child, she's not like going full on Ni and Ji, as she would in like some of her videos. If she had those powers, like whatever power she has, she seems like she's holding back because she's talking to a kid. So maybe we can see something else.
I'm noticing that she does have a lot of like.
Yeah, we're almost at the end of this.
All right, cool. Yeah, we can watch a different one.
It seems as though she has a lot of bobble. I'm not sure if you guys are, and I'm not sure about her emoting and how
Very
high it
possible.
goes.
But yeah, I'm pretty confident that she's like objective.
Objective, I think I'm fairly confident in.
Yeah, that's the
Just her
one
eyes,
thing
like,
that feels
just
like
like-
solid ground at the
Yeah,
moment. I
very-
actually haven't really just.
Casper, you come all this way.
Demas, we didn't hear that.
Yeah, so did the new one.
Me, and the first thing.
Oh, I just said I haven't exactly dismissed Vijay yet either.
Yeah, I haven't either.
Neither have I. Actually, I'm even considering the Nai Z a little bit, but that seems very unlikely.
Yeah.
What?
It's not really.
Why did I look that way?
Because I just said there was sex.
Cheeky.
Like that definitely seems like Ni to me.
I know, right?
But she's playful. I wouldn't
It is
necessarily
very playful.
Yeah.
say knee for sure, but playful.
Any emoji can be playful, right? I mean, it's just like.
Both Ni and V are playful.
Yeah. Bright and playful could be near V in different ways, but it's, I don't know.
That's her brother.
One's interpretive.
I'm
one's
pretty
real.
sure, by the way, who's also a vlogger. Interestingly.
Did you say that's her brother?
That's her brother, I think.
Okay.
I think. Joe Sugg is also a vlogger.
Let me just show you myself.
He kind of looks like Hunter. I don't know. But I mean, you know, even though he is his brother or her brother, you know, it might not be inspirational in the family. So
Her hands do seem like less tensioning than you might see with a directive.
And they look less vibratory, I think, too. Like Jai tends to look.
What is that alluding to?
Like, I don't know, Coach Shi explained one time, like, the way that the fingers and the hands look for Jai Mojos is more like...
I think you're thinking of knee. Knee has the vibratory quality.
Okay, I don't know, that maybe... I don't know, maybe...
Oh, I think I was talking about is the difference between how Cool Gumby and Spider have more of a crispness to their lines.
Yeah, but that's not vibratory.
A haziness or wobbliness to the lines.
Sure, that's probably a better way to describe it.
That's true.
Yeah.
The brother reminds me of Jack Quaid, Randy Quaid's son, Nizy. Not necessarily saying
I don't really want to
perfectly.
think too much about the brother.
Yeah, it's kind of a distraction.
On this one, because the thing about it is we didn't have a lot of interviews, but I think I see one where she's by herself, so we can see one.
Yeah. If you speculate too much on the brother, then let that speculation influence on her. That's just going to throw us off.
Sorry, I know. Sorry. I knew that was probably not going to be helpful.
No worries.
It's
No
fine,
worries.
it's fine.
I was thinking along the
Because-
same lines there, Bruno.
It's because they're both in the interview and they're both having the same amount of airtime, and so it makes it harder.
Yeah. So
But
that'll.
I think what
If it was just her,
There are lifestyle videos, 8 million. Put it off your
All right.
blog or
Here.
your
That
vlog.
was a pretty bright smile.
Yeah.
How many followers?
it is. But is the emoting going up?
I don't see it going up yet.
I don't see it going
That's
up. either.
that's actually what I mean. The brightness, like it's like a out smile.
It's a strong smile, but but
Meaning
I think,
like-
It's
Not.
It's charismatic.
Yeah. Okay.
Enjoy watching
and
it.
it feels like it's meant to be moving the audience.
Yeah. Exactly. That's.
Yeah,
what
I'm
I was
leaning
getting.
towards Knee's Eye right now.
Yeah, I've kind of been.
This is my best angle. That side. Yeah.
I am
I'm not
also
absolutely sure. but-
picking picking these eyes first.
Her mouth, it just
But I think-
always seems
I think what,
like upturned to me.
Natalie Dormer.
Natalie Dormer, yes.
Natalie Dormer.
Yes, that's a good one. That's a good
I'm
one.
staring at her like she reminds me of someone. I can't get it.
I don't ever see
Natalie
her
Dormer
doing
has a more like
howdy emoting, where it's more not.
Yeah, her mouth is different.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can see that. I was thinking like, why am I not getting any Vijay riffs, like good ones? It's because I think maybe she isn't a Vijay. Maybe she's an Vijay. Although I'm not sure about whether or not she is or
It
isn't.
does seem like her mouth just would bother me if she's Vijay.
Yeah.
It
I was
does
actually
look
very
kind of
up.
I was actually in between Nijai and Nizai.
I think the first thing that bugged me, I think the reason why we went with Vijay maybe was because she's a makeup artist and her face looks more glossy in a way, but I don't know.
Well,
But Nizai
well
did that
there's
a lot,
there's a
though.
demographic of Vijay makeup vloggers too.
Yeah.
So it's a logical place to start.
Yeah.
I just think it's just me, it's fine.
Yeah, her hands do seem a little like longer than you would see with
Very good. Your makeup tips.
a Jai
Are you
gatherer.
self-taught? Did you go to beauty college?
Yeah.
At least more crisp anyway.
Yeah, more crisp.
There's no length difference.
Yeah, sorry. No,
That's an objective, subjective.
yeah. Thanks.
Oh yeah, and that looks really localized.
Yeah, it does look
Yeah,
more.
that does. Yeah.
No, I started off doing interior design.
Moving, she's like scrunching her face up in all kinds of ways, and it's not going into her cheeks at all.
Cheeks do look very sheer too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
Both the video and the images just like seem consistently to have sheer cheeks.
When I'm writing a book, I'm going to focus on that.
With that mouth, that's very like upturned.
Got that punchy G mouth too.
In the book.
And you guys like it seems like does she have in terms of designy, does she have like more emotive
She looks really quick.
The
Like,
eyes
more quick than a
bother me if
tower.
she was
Yeah.
tiny.
Just want to
It looks so
explore.
bright.
I'm leaning the same way as you guys are.
And the hands
Yeah,
look,
no, I understand. No, it's good.
the hands look more claw than spider.
Yeah, and Zaini have an interesting way that their eye goes all the way up their entire face. I'm not
Yeah.
seeing that with her so much. The eyes, they kind of pop out a little bit more,
And just yeah,
Going on.
and they look unhooded.
objective. Yeah.
They're not the only ones, and they can speak to people about it. It's quite important. Well, I was watching the one I saw yesterday, and you were saying if you're in a stressful environment, take yourself out of it, and that sort of thing. Also,
How do you guys feel about her so far?
as simple as that, yeah. But how did you learn that?
Leaning towards she
Yes, just
and
through experience.
Nizai
Having to contact, so just like, right.
myself.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain about Nizai myself.
Replace something. Like sometimes we've got to do silence.
I don't know if we're gonna move from this. Should we just call it?
I was just looking at
How do you cope?
Lindsay Sterling just out of curiosity because
Like Naiji?
something about her gave me that. Oh.
She was read as Nizai at one point, just so you know.
Yeah, so I was like,
Yeah, but
So it might
she's
be
more like
Lindsay.
Lindsay Lohan, isn't she? Lindsay Sterling?
Lindsay
She reminds me
Sterling.
of Lindsay Lohan.
So
Maybe it's
Naiji.
maybe it's just
Yeah,
the
I
name.
can kind of see the Lindsay Sterling riff, but I don't know.
I think it's just physical, like in terms of like the facial
Yeah,
structure.
they look very physically similar.
But the eyes, though?
Pixie.
The qualia, I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the quite, but like
And
the
that freeze
physicality,
frame
I
right
think
now, it
is
seems
rather
like
similar.
it's going downward. Her emotive expression, the freeze frame.
Yeah, like in pictures, she kind of gives me other riffs. Like this one that I'm posting, she kind of reminds me of Carmen Music.
Carmen Music.
Yeah.
And with Lindsay Sterling, I just don't get that like overwhelming like brightness.
Yeah,
with her
I don't really
eyes.
get that.
I'm not
either.
like in any picture that's not what's standing out to me of her. Whereas for the other one, that's like in almost every picture. For Zoella.
I searched that for pictures and I just got a bunch of notes and stuff.
Let me see.
It's spelled
Carmen
K.
K-A-R-M-I-N.
Yeah.
Is it Amy Heidman?
Oh, actually, yeah, with a K. I believe it has a K.
Oh, I see. Carmen Music is a.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Karmin.
Yeah, her
And
name
her
is actually
mojo?
Amy Heidemann, and her mojo is Nizai. She's been confirmed.
It just looks like a gather smell to me.
Oh, also, yeah, the thing about Nizai is that they tend to have this kind of interesting chin as well, like the one from Seinfeld, that one female Nizai lead.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Yeah, and you can see it with Carmen
like-
here as well. And I think I can see that with Zoe too, although.
Oh, had the
not
Christine
sure.
Ricci sort of chin.
She looks like Nizai Lordi in this picture you
very-
posted, Ben.
Oh, yeah.
Pointy chin.
All right. So, do you guys want to call it? Do you feel comfortable with calling it?
Well, I don't really see. I mean, it seems like we're pretty.
Yeah, it seems like we're all.
Yeah.
Get
I think we exhausted
If
all
we're
the-
wrong, then we're just gonna be wrong, probably.
All right. I'll start with you, Bruno. Where did you land on Zoella?
Nizai?
Okay. Glenn.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Nizai as my first guess, and then Vijay as my second.
All right, Ben.
I'm gonna guess Nizai.
I'm gonna go with Nizai.
I said Nizai.
I'll go with Nizai as well.
Nizai, she is.
Nizai.
Zai.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god.
We really don't see Nizai. I mean, really.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yep, she's Nizai.
It's like
By the way,
Dude,
the riff you guys mentioned at the beginning is the one that I got right away.
Which one was it?
Natalie Gormer.
Natalie Dormer.
Natalie
yeah.
Dormer, yeah.
I just used it.
Did
Yeah.
you guys look at this other YouTube Noodlerella? She's
Well,
almost
you-
exactly like this person.
Next, Reed.
Well, you know what?
Do we have time?
We it's
20
only
minutes.
7:09.
Okay.
Another soul. Bring it up.
Cinderella.
On the quarry.
Wait, you guys? Well, it's not gonna be. She's like the same. Okay, well, if you
Well,
guys
then we
want
can
to
do two more if it's really fast.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess so.
He was saying, since
If we think it's the same,
We
right
could
away.
you
break our
want to-
previous record of doing
Oh, we
like
don't
3
know
in
for
1 night.
sure. That's yeah.
Used as ripping.
If you
Yeah,
guys want
if-
something
if-
harder,
if it
I
turns
can,
out that
I
we
can
don't think
suggest
it's-
another one.
It's best to.
I think let's just go for this one, and then if we have time, we'll go for other ones.
No, this is it for today.
This is it.
Wait 50 minutes.
Okay.
Jake the dog and Finn the human, the fun will never end. It's adventure time. So it's been a really, really long time since.
Yeah, I see what you mean, Bruno. I'm,
That's the same person.
yeah, I know. It's like twins. All the hands are like.
Yeah, I see
Have
it
that cool Gumby quality.
So
This video's not going for me.
It's not.
What's her name?
Our name is Noodlerella, like so. Let me type her. Noodlerella. Noodlerella.
Yeah, bright eyes, very bright eyes.
Voice.
Definitely
kinda like that.
gather.
Hear the sigh. Up, sigh.
little boy, that's what you're acting like. I really don't buy.
Does it seem like it's going up her face at all?
Oh yeah,
No.
if you want.
I don't think
'Cause I really doubt she's a Vizai.
Yeah, these they don't show up for this much.
So,
What do you care?
definitely Vizai.
Yeah, and her pictures, like.
I mean, I'm seeing bright eyes, not going up the face very much.
No. My beans! LFP, you're wearing garbage for clothes!
Yeah, her eyes look
You
gather.
You're fired! You
Yeah.
bot! I shall gather
Smiles.
my
I want to
citizens
see
in
him
the
going
courtyard,
above the midline.
and you shall see
Mouth looks like
how
eyes.
terrifying the candy people can be.
She can't even keep it straight. Gotta work on that unflappable.
Candy people can be.
Oh, man.
Why? Hello there. My name is Football.
Well, if you guys are dialed in on her, yes, she's an Izai.
Yeah.
Is there another
Let's
sample
just.
then? Is there another
Yeah,
sample?
let's do one more. That's what I'm saying. I do we
I
can do
can
it really
suggest
fast.
one more. If you guys, if I mean, I did one 2 weeks ago, so if you guys want one, go ahead.
Yeah, do you
But
guys
I'm just saying,
want
just saying.
If you have one, go ahead, Bruno.
Okay, all right.
I like these last two.
So I'm going to suggest Madison Marlowe of the duo Maddie and Tay.
Okay. Maddie and Tim.
Can you write the
Does
down
she-
those loggers?
Sure, it's Noodle,
She looks a little different.
Bella. And who was the other one?
Zoella.
Zoella. They like the Ellas. Gorilla,
Yeah.
Zoella. All right, Maddie Marlowe. Do you guys see an actual interview of just Maddie yourself? I'm having trouble finding that.
Yeah, she's always going to be with her partner.
Oh.
Does that work?
Is that her sister or what?
No,
What kind of like?
but they're very similar.
Yeah.
Maddie.
Well, I'm not gonna let her get on me and like as far as like influencing my read.
All right, let me grab one here.
We're breaking another record today. I mean, well, no, not really, but we're doing 3 reads.
You got skills.
We're meeting our previous record.
All right, so which one? Oh, sorry.
In Tay 3 years ago. We set up co-writes for them. And with Hear This, there's something special, Mama, and that's it.
Okay, so which one is Educate Us, Bruno? Who's Maddie?
The one on the right?
The one on the left is Maddie.
Okay, the one with the white, it's off-white outfit. Is that?
The video is lagging over here, but let's see. I can't really see it. Can you play the video?
Sure.
Again 2 weeks later.
It's playing.
It's the one on the right, it looks like.
Want to pick them up for the long term and continue.
But Maddie's the one in purple. But this is going to be sort of like a promo.
This is not.
This is going to be. This is not going to be good.
Let me try a different one.
She has a less angular chin.
Let's pick another interview that's going to have not always another person here.
Oh, that's what he was saying. There's only ever that one.
That's what I'm saying. We're
So then
going to pick another sample.
Okay, so we need to pick another
sample.
Okay, another sample.
15 minutes if we think fast.
Oh, sorry.
No worries.
15 minutes is plenty of time.
Yeah.
Another sample.
We should find a sample now.
Okay.
How about have we ever read Haley Baldwin? I don't know if you've ever read.
There's a family line.
Oh, there is.
Yeah.
I didn't know the mom. That we read the mom.
Okay, it's Kim Basinger, isn't it?
No, it's not. No, this is the daughter of Bill Baldwin, not Alec Baldwin.
Okay.
But we don't know.
Cool. All right.
But let me see. Haley Baldwin interview. Let me see if she even has interviews. Backstage. No.
I do want to get these 2 read sometime because, for one, they seem like the same mojo, and they're both.
Yeah,
like,
sure.
really,
We'll get them read.
Yeah, you
they're interesting because
There's a lot of high priority
they
items.
have a lot. Yeah, I understand. But they have like really good interplay, and they like.
We need to get
music.
focused here as a team. We need to get focused on the sample. We're down to 16 now.
I might have. Brian Drummond, maybe? Or wait, do we have one already?
Brian Drummond?
Yeah, I want to see if he has video first. I'll look him up really quick.
Yeah.
He's the voice on a show that me and Ben and Glenn watch. Come on.
What show?
Star Wars
Brian
Rebels.
Drummond.
He plays Zeb.
What
He's
show?
also played Vegeta as well. I liked his voice acting on that.
Yeah, this guy's a voice actor, but I want to see if he has video. Star Wars Rebels.
Is he the new or old Vegeta?
He was the old one, the one with the.
Oh, nice.
I liked him,
The
right?
one that had like the slithery voice.
Yeah. And he has that one moment when he gets really angry, and then he
Here's an interview. I don't know if it's good quality, but let's take a look. It's long. Here, I'll see what you think.
All right.
Give it a... It's not the greatest, but it is close to him.
Is this him?
That is him. It's just a little loud.
Small crowds think quite as organized as like bigger ones, but there are
Oh man, it's hard to hear.
This is a tough read. If you guys would go for it, I have them.
Okay.
You guys want to take a shot?
Okay.
Go ahead. This is a high difficulty
So,
read.
like shaky camera, like gorilla kind of read. I don't know.
Gorilla.
Like out in the wilderness, like.
walked around it 4 times and spent just over $200, so I'm not going to complain. Yeah, I know. Yes, less than a smaller dealer's room. I just came from Vancouver, there's a fan expo there, which is sci-fi, anime, fantasy stuff, gaming, like big convention. So I'm on, I'm in a green room with like Sean Astin, Samuel Scanty, that's Sean Rings.
I feel like I'm seeing Z. Are you guys seeing Z?
I could be.
Body type looks kind of gathery to me.
His upper lip being activated a lot, like a kind of a G.
His upper lip? So you think you're seeing G? Oh, interesting.
I think he might be one of the 2 ninjas, possibly.
Possibly one of the Obrams, or maybe romantic?
I'm thinking of G. I'm considering that as well. How do you...
Is this the only interview we have?
No, I think there's plenty more.
I think there might be more.
I'll try and see if I can find some too.
I think I saw one more, but it's not as close, but probably not as loud.
Huh. Yeah, he has a round sort of face, which is...
Those experiences were great, and the people we work with are awesome, but actually, compared to film and TV...
I feel like I see him emoting past the midline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In some cases better because I'm doing so much of it. But the schedule
I found
is really
a short one, but I mean it's different media we can use.
Yeah, there's some like clips of him.
It's like a 1 minute 28-second video.
Then the next section is usually 2 to 6. And they don't sometimes redundant.
It's called Brian Drummond. What would Vegeta say about bronies?
5 days a week I work, and
I'm interested in that, regardless of if it's good footage or not.
it's really consistent. It's like having a regular job.
Yeah. Here, I'm not. We may want to get to part of the video where we can see his eyes. I don't know. I mean.
Yeah.
When you have to be on set, until sometimes the night before at like midnight, because they can't give you your call time until
I put another one in too.
Oh, you found another one?
His upper lip snarl. Like in that, I think I've only seen that with G users.
It could be a. I don't know. I'm still between the 2 ninjas. So far. Like I guess Gina could be too.
Yeah, he does have a very round face. I'm looking at his pictures.
I know that Christopher Sabat, who played Vegeta as well, he was a ninja. He was read as that. I'm not sure if that means anything, but it's interesting.
Yeah, I mean it's I'm not sure. I guess when they're selecting a voice actor, they might try to base it off of previous. But I mean, they don't know how to read though, so they make mistakes.
Although there could be similarities because they're going off of like similarity in voice.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. Yeah.
Does he remind anyone of the Epic Mealtime guy? I'm not familiar with him.
I don't know about him. I don't even know what that guy's mojo is.
Do we know his mojo? Yeah. Do we know his real name?
I don't know what Epic Mealtime is.
Oh,
he like, makes these gigantic meals.
Yeah. These ridiculous meals, yeah, over the top kind of stuff.
Okay, video's not playing for me.
I see like a 1 hour Q&A video where he's kind of like on a conference panel sort of thing.
Yeah.
Maybe that I haven't checked that one out yet.
I'm not sure if this is good.
Do you want another interview?
His hands, I did see his hands, and it did look a bit loose to me. I'm not sure.
Is that what you said? You want another interview?
Yeah, something maybe that has a. Do we have something that has a little picture?
I put 2 in already. I'm not sure if you guys got to those yet.
Okay, I don't think so. Let me load them up.
They're just short clips.
All right.
Those are.
Here's one.
I have a longer one.
A longer one?
Yeah.
Maybe we can watch those out.
Okay.
It's like an hour long.
You're kind of far away in that one.
How about Billy Mays from the infomercials? Is he reminding anyone of?
Yeah, that's I could see that. It's like here's another one. It's shorter. So.
You can't see his face as easily, but I mean, you know, it's still fairly visible.
And you can see his
He was gesturing.
So,
Yeah, in my opinion, this is
And
probably the
it's
best
chaotic.
one we've seen.
yeah, this is the best we've seen so far.
Yeah, somebody said the emoting. They saw emoting going up above the midline, and
Yeah.
I was thinking plus voice actor Shiny seemed more likely, but
I was considering.
Yeah, the whole Billy Mays thing, it doesn't seem like an exact match. It seems more like they're both Jeunesse.
Yeah, I'm not sure yet, just because he doesn't have that long face of like a Jaime that you typically see, or like the long of the feature. So
Yeah, I mean,
I've seen
Danny,
each other that kind of look like him.
Danny DeVito, for example, he's a Shiny, right? Danny DeVito?
yeah,
No. Wasn't he purified? Or is he still shiny?
Who?
All kinds of stuff.
he was so Jaime.
The newer shows.
But-
Oh, never mind then.
We'll check with Coach when he comes back.
Like Venom in the past,
It's possible.
Marvel series. You name
I
it.
think I'm leaning mostly towards Nijez for him. I'm not sure.
Yeah, me too so far, but
To Ohio, we were in Cleveland a couple of years ago. We're con, we were his very first con, and this is our second time.
Hey Coach, Danny DeVito, what's
What's
his movie? Yeah, so Jaime.
Shiny, okay.
Yeah, but like, wait a second.
Who here knows where Vancouver,
I'm not saying Shiny.
I brought on the map. Who cares?
I wish I was, maybe.
Well, yeah, don't look at that. We've got at least half this room could point out where it is on the map. If you think
The hands look Gumby to me, don't they?
it is
What do you guys think?
Did he open his hands up yet?
Yeah.
I guess I didn't see. Oh, here. Okay.
San Francisco and the state of
I
Washington.
could see that.
Yeah.
2.5 hour drive north of that,
Mhm.
just as you cross the
I'll say
border.
that.
They got that stout kind of grabby kind of look to them. I don't know.
Canada, actually the second biggest city in Canada, second only to Toronto, is Vancouver, BC, also known as
Yeah,
Holland.
I think Nijai.
Things are being filmed there right now.
Okay, Glenn, I see what you're saying about Nijez, but I'm actually right now thinking more Naiji.
Yeah. I actually like from the nose up, he kind of reminds me a little bit of Coach, actually a little bit.
Sci-fi is filmed there all the time, from Stargate, Supernatural, The X-Files, all those famous
Here
shows.
too.
interesting.
And as well, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of series of animation over the past 30 years in Vancouver. LA, Vancouver, Toronto, and probably New York are probably the 4 biggest hubs in North America for animation.
Yeah, those hands look Gumby to me.
Voiceover, a lot of voiceover in Vancouver, as well as the
Yeah, I think I'm with Glenn.
work is actually animated. A pile done that's being done in Vancouver, so it's a pretty exciting town to be if you're a performer, either on camera or behind the camera, like we are. So I brought along one of my spawn right here, who is also on My Little Pony. Tell them who you played.
I'm Brennan Jones, and I play Bad Seed.
Okay, I didn't hear anything that she said.
I played a few characters on this My Little Pony show. It's been pretty fun over the past few years. The first thing I ever did on My Little
Oh,
Pony.
he played characters on My Little Pony. Okay. So, I was wondering, like, what was the relevancy of My Little Pony? Okay.
It's an older dragon, sort of a hoity-toity dragon in the 3rd rendition of My Little Pony. This 4th rendition, I was invited to have auditioned and
We
invited.
played a dragon in My Little Pony, so I don't know. Maybe it's an IG.
Star.
Yeah, I mean, like, okay, like this. Here, let me load this video for you guys. I think one of you, but maybe Glenn had already put it up. But his eyes are reminding me of hunter eyes, not gatherer eyes. It's possible.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any openness really. I'm seeing.
Yeah, so
exactly.
Well, he opened the floor up. That's pretty open.
Yeah, so
Could be. It could be that his eyes are just smaller.
Well, like
more.
that I pasted like 39 seconds where he's looking straight at the camera. I just have trouble reconciling that with gather eyes. I mean, possible, but looking at it looks very hunter to me.
All right, let me see this video here.
It just looks like, I don't know. It just looks like a Nejez dude geeking out. I've seen Nijai kind of. I mean, like I've seen a lot of like Nijai males in gaming who kind of, I don't know, have like some of that sort of, I don't know, really like geeking out kind of energy, and they can get really intense sometimes. But
Yeah, he does have
but
like hands. What you're saying, like he has like just see a little rounding in the hands.
When I start recording,
He's
let Steven know that his awesome level is over 9,000. And what's his name? Steven. It's very beautiful.
They always have him doing the same thing, the same line over again. Over 9,000.
Awesome level 3,000 or 4 or 5. Awesome level over 9,000.
It was tame on that one. Tame.
I feel like when Nijai do that,
like this picture to me looks Nijai to me.
Huh.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
like the unaware mouth and the
crinkles underneath the eyes. They kind of, I don't know. They look like they're not going. The emoting doesn't seem like it's going into the eyes, obviously, but I mean, I don't know. It seems like me.
I would say yes. Sometimes it's less fun on the voice because the bad guys are always louder and there's much more yelling involved and screaming. And the bad guys also usually have.
It does kind of riff of Peter Facinelli a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah, seen that in the eyes.
Whoa, who was that guy? That was cool.
Writers are, when it comes to bad guys, are so bad. They just, the bad guys, lots of times say anything, and they just get so much more creative with the bad guy. And they always get the best lines. They get some of the best.
Maybe Nice Z is a possible choice.
I'm seeing emoting above the midline.
Yeah. See, there's trade-offs like that.
Yeah. So it's like, could he be a Jaini that is very? No, but his face is like really round.
I'll send you an image I'm less sure on. Mention your thoughts on this one.
That's a good question. Walk around the house.
See emoting above the midline.
There's a lot of silly voices that happen in the house. Really, I think
his eyes, I mean, it almost, I'm leaning towards subjective because it does look further away.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm having a real trouble seeing objective. Like the first thing that popped out was subjective. And that's why I went to Jaini. But later, Glenn, you're tossing back and forth with Nejez, and that really seemed to make sense. But subjective is the one thing that I'm fairly certain on. The eyes definitely seem hooded, protected, squinty.
They would be laughed at for using that voice. So
Are they hooded or are they just squinty?
Possibly.
Yeah, because objectives have squinty
Yeah,
eyes.
but there's a lot of Nijai that have squinty eyes, like the Asian ones, for example, or there's a lot of them that just have like a lot of bags in their eyes, but it's different. What's that?
Yeah, it's
they have bags and whatever. Their eyes are small and they're teary-eyed, but it's different. It's completely a different quality to it. Like he looks so intense. It's like so intense and like locked in, like a hunter.
Could it be?
Those things are odd in my house. There's a lot of voices up here, but I don't often choose to use a specific character when I'm accents.
Like when Nijai do this sort of like faux intensity thing, I think of it almost like faux yin for Naiji. It's like they're projecting a Z-Vi intensity, but you can see underneath it that it's like it's sort of projected. It's sort of like an image that they're trying to project.
Okay, let's do a compare and contrast here. Ricky Gervais is a Naiji with a wide face.
Yeah.
Do you see any parallels between the two?
Naiji with wide faces?
Yeah.
Definitely. The smile, like the big blingy
Do you know any
smile.
good ones?
Ricky Gervais.
Okay, let's see.
Like the big
L. Ron
toothy
Hubbard?
smile.
Yeah.
I just think of him.
Although I will say,
upper lip
his face looks different though. Still, like the cheeks look a bit more appley.
Yeah, his cheeks look appley.
I would say
That's true. Yeah. And even though Ricky Gervais has the bigger, wider face, it still looks long in a way, right?
It does. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we're in that.
That's just something that can never go away, I think.
He was playing a character.
I know we'll have to call it soon because it's getting a little bit.
Yeah, right.
Okay, people.
It was Dion Kiss.
All right, what are our best guesses? Start with you, Bruno.
I'm gonna guess Naiji.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Nijai first and Naiji second.
All right.
I'm gonna guess Nijai.
Okay. Mitchell.
Turn. I'll go with Nijai, then Naiji.
I think Nijai.
Okay. I'll go with Nisha and the Naiji. Where are we at?
No. I feel bad for you all because you haven't seen the new stuff coming out that had a lot of. I went from cartoons from my past, and a part of that there was a lot of voice acting. And Nizai, big in voice acting, particularly cartoon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I noticed that. Nizai,
and you were seeing a round face, which you were not seeing was emoting above the midline. You were seeing good macking G.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Jilene?
I went with G and I went with Naiji.
That is G.
Yeah.
Wide face, Gumby. You guys are there, but I think the fact that maybe you're starting familiar and he does use really good. He's got a lot of G going on there.
Yeah.
Cheeks aren't moving.
Yeah. And those hands do look Gumby, and yeah, the face is the smiling. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was thinking that too. Like, Jilene's not wrong. Those are snarls.
Yeah.
I know.
Like a lot of some of the images just like didn't make any sense. Like when I thought of like a Nijai, like I don't know.
Yeah, they did.
Like I'm not sure on this one though. Like what do you guys
Also,
think?
another thing is the Nizai, like their eyes kind of, I don't want to say look more hunter, but because of the fact that they see G, then they have this way of like they're looking at your character.
Yeah. He's squinty. Now, what helped me with him, it was another squinty Nizai, the film director, Shane Black.
Shane Black.
That helped me. He also has the beard, he has a big smile, but he has squintier eyes like this guy does also.
Okay.
And he's one that I, for a while, thought was Naiji because of it.
That is interesting.
Okay. And again, he's very serious, especially talking film. He can get very serious about what he's doing and so forth. But
yeah, it's interesting. Yeah. Like he can geek out a lot and be kind of serious about it, and that can kind of seem like perhaps maybe Alpha, but
sure.
Yeah, he's very.
I know a lot of like Nijai like gamers can be kind of like that too. Like they can get like really into stuff.
That's
and
true.
That can make them seem like Naiji.
I think Bruno mentioned also the being like faux yang. You'll see like the adapters do to the faux yin of the directives, and that's what he he has been doing a little of that. He's just kind of taking charge here, taking lead, and kind of like Shane Black. He's used to doing that, but that's not actual momentum.
Yep, that's true.
Alrighty, well that was a good job, everyone. That was a tough sample, and you got 2 out of 3, and a good some good inroads on Nizai, some more vloggers and some voice acting, so different stuff. Okay,
They're all
okay. You're saying, Mitchell?
I said they were all Nizai. It's kind of funny.
Indeed.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But he's like so different from those two girls, though. It's like
yeah, it's like I didn't think of that. Yeah.
All right, so this week I think it'll be Naiji Temple. Ben, do you want to take lead on the topic for us?
Sure, I'll think of something by Tuesday or
Tuesday
Monday.
sounds good.
Either way works for me.
Yeah, Tuesday 5:30, and you go ahead and take lead in that. Alrighty.
Sounds good.
And Bruno, just I don't know if you watched my start of 2016 vlog, but as part of it, I was mentioning that there's going to be some bubbles I want to flip, and I want to kind of get motivated to do it. They'll have good mojos, and one of them that I mentioned particularly was music artists females is a bubble I want to flip because there's a lot there, and I was planning on geeking out possibly with that with you. So just those two you mentioned would definitely be in there, so that'll happen.
Awesome.
Cool. All right, everyone. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening.
Have a good night.
Happy 2016.
Yep. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Good night.